What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going on another road trip. 297 miles is what it's showing, about 300, and we're gonna go with 80% of charge this time. Last time I charged to 100%, but I'm starting off with 80. Actually, I think it's at 79 right now. But I'm excited. I'm not going to charge it to 100%, or I'm not going to be waiting at the supercharger this time. The last time I did that, I waited until it got to 100% and whatnot. But this time, I'm not waiting. So it's 11:32 right now, and by the time I leave, it may be towards 12. But right now, when we go to the map, I have my location set up, my destination, and my first supercharger, actually I think this is the first and only supercharger for this road trip, is at Williamsport. It looks like I'll get there in 2 hours and 39 minutes with 18% of charge remaining. And let's see, it looks like I'll get to my final destination at 7:05 p.m. so about 7 hours and 30 minutes, around there, 7 hours and 30 minutes in total. But I will keep you guys updated on exactly when we're leaving. So I'm excited to try this out. Again, the two main things, and also 260 miles, the two main things is the fact that I only charged to 80% this time, and also the fact that at the superchargers, I am going to keep it at 80%, or I'm going to charge to however much it tells me to, and then I'm just going to continue and go on. And I do have some work for my MTG Productions main YouTube channel, so hopefully while we're at the supercharger, I can get some work done and edit a video and just upload some content, like some photos on Twitter and Threads and all that good stuff. But yeah, the car is packed. I got my Tesla bag right here. Love this bag. I made a video on the channel. I got the baby stroller right here. The front is full. The trunk is full. The back seats are full. So, for a family of three, the Model 3 long range, I think it's great. I mean, I was able to get everything packed in the car so far, and so far so good. And also, by the way, I kind of want to get like red brake caliper covers at least for the wheels. It would make it look cool. I like these covers too. I made a video about these as well, but everything else about the car is great. These mirror cap covers, this right here. I'm going to make an updated video about my accessories, like a part 2, and then maybe leave like the full Tesla accessory must-haves type of video for my main MTG Productions channel. Love that rear spoiler right over there. Again, made a video on that. I've got some other stuff coming. I'm probably going to do like a Tesla camping video, but stay tuned because we're going on a road trip, and this is just another video to kind of show that Teslas are great for long road trips. Like, there's a whole dilemma of, okay, there's range anxiety, and it's not going to last you the entire road trip, or you have to wait so long at supercharger. So we're putting it to the test again, and these videos kind of just showcase that, hey, these are great cars, even for road trips, locally and for road trips. All right, it's 11:54 a.m. and we got 2 hours and 38 minutes until our first, and it looks like our only supercharger in Williamsport. And yeah, we're gonna see how well this goes this time, because I didn't charge it to 100%. I wanted to just see how well it goes with 80%. Right now I'm at 258 miles. I think I have like 79%. But it's gonna be an exciting road trip. Right now it's sunny. It's not too hot outside, not too cold. It was like 70. It's showing 74. But throughout this period, I am going to use supervised full self-driving and see how well that performs on a long road trip. Up until now, I've been using it locally, so we're gonna try it on a long road trip and see if we can get there in actually 7 hours and 30 minutes, or if we do need to make a couple more stops for the baby. So we'll see how well this does perform, and if we get there in 7 hours and 30 minutes. But I'm excited. It's going to be a good road trip. So if you're watching, grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, your drinks, your coffee, tea, soda, which ain't healthy for you, by the way. Grab whatever you want, and let's get right on to the road trip. All right, so a little update. It's 12:07. We've got 243 miles in total. And looks like we're gonna get to our first supercharger at 2:31 in 2 hours and 24 minutes. It's 163 miles away, and it looks like we're gonna be getting there with 18% charge left. 242 miles. I wonder how much that equates to. 73%. So we're at 73%, but I'm excited. Let's see how well. I mean, I wonder actually. Now went up to 90%, but this car is good. It's good. I've had it since March of 2024. I've taken it, I think, on like 3 or 4 road trips, and I plan on taking it for a couple more road trips. I'm actually close to 10,000 miles on this car, which is crazy for not even having it for a year. Granted, I've been driving it quite often because it's so fun to drive. I've been looking for just excuses to drive the car at this point. Obviously, making content and talking about the car just kind of pushed me to drive it a little bit more often than average. But I'll tell you this, I've gotten some questions about the wheels. Are the wheels still intact and they're still good? Because I guess they wear out a little bit quicker when it's an EV. It all depends on how you drive, honestly. If you just keep accelerating real quick and just kind of pushing the accelerator to the very end, doing the 0 to 60 all the time, yeah, you're going to kind of wear out the wheels a little bit more. This dude is trying to pass me, so I'm going to go to the right-hand side. And there we go. Move to the right-hand side. Let's see this Beamer try and pass me. If I was alone, I probably would have floored it, but it is what it is. I'm going to keep it safe. I'm going to drive safe. This was a BMW X3 M40i. Nah, not the biggest fan. Although I do like the new BMW, I think they're the i7s. The one with like that huge like theater screen in the rear seats. That's actually really cool. Let's continue this road trip. I'm going to put the camera down for a little bit. And also, by the way, all of this footage you're seeing is recorded with the iPhone 16, not even the 16 Pro. The 16 Pro is right there. It's not MagSafe charger. It's just like a kind of phone holder, MagSafe phone holder. I got the Pixel 9 Pro Fold right there on the bottom. That's wireless charging. I have a ESR, a Qi2 MagSafe charger right here. This is great. It charges fast. I personally don't like these chargers because, yeah, they charge, but I don't know, the phones feel abnormally normal than other chargers I've used, and I use MagSafe chargers at home all the time, for example. They don't get warm to the touch, but these, for some reason, get much warmer. That's why I also have this right here. I made a video on that, retractable USB-C cables. But yeah, iPhone 16 footage you're seeing right here. I may switch to 16 Pro at some point in the video for some B-roll, or if this phone just happens to lose charge or whatever. But so far, it's great. And this is also kind of, actually almost all of my A-roll content here on the channel is recorded with an iPhone. Many of the B-roll you see of like the car afterwards, that is mainly my Sony camera, but my Sony a7 Mark III. But everything of me talking to the camera is with an iPhone. It was an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now it's the iPhone 16. I got the 16 Pro. So far, they've been great. If you want to see content on that, make sure to stay tuned to my channel, MTG Productions. I already got a bunch of content on it, but more content is coming. So stay tuned to MTG Productions and also Tesla Volt too. If you haven't subscribed, definitely be sure to subscribe. Back with an update video. We are almost at our first supercharger with 3 minutes, 2.1 miles left. We're gonna get there with 16%. We got 55 miles, which is 17%. And so far, so good. I mean, there's some slight rain. It's just kind of, it's not heavy rain, very light rain so far. And ooh, that was quick. Whoa, that kind of pushed me forward, but let's lower our speed limit. But right now, what I was about to say is the car is in supervised full self-driving, and I did get a couple notifications, like twice, saying the weather is not the greatest, so it may be degraded, but I'm going to disengage regardless. It pretty much drove like 2 hours here. I put in full self-driving, and most of the time it was sunny and the weather was great, but for the past like maybe like 10-15 minutes it's gotten cloudy, and the weather is kind of not the greatest. I mean, it's starting to rain. Light showers, nothing too much, but we are going to pull in, and I'm actually excited because this is the first trip that I'll be supercharging where I will be using my Tesla credit. So I don't supercharge at home. I have a normal charger, complimentary. I made a separate video talking about my charging experience and how much money I save, with gas, but by not having gas. But the thing is, this is going to be my first supercharger that I'll be using with my Tesla credit, so I'm excited for that, because essentially, again, I'm still not paying anything to charge or essentially pay for driving the car. So we're currently at Williamsport in Pennsylvania, and this is also the same, in one of my first videos here on the channel, the same supercharger that I stopped by. I think it was, no, it might have been my second video actually at this point, if I remember correctly. So this has a gas station, the Sheets has a gas station, and it's a supercharger. So literally it says 0 minutes, 0.1 miles, 52 miles, and 16% when I get there. And it was a smooth ride. It was smooth. So far, so good. Good thing I caught that on camera, because you see, like, full self-driving, it will stop real quick. If the car in front of you stops real quick, so will the car. I forgot I took it off full self-driving, but we got there. We are here. Oh, I want to pass. There we go. Passed it real quick. And there it is. There's a superchargers. Just got to turn left real quick. There's a Sheets if you need gas. By the way, if you guys want to check out this ring, it's the Ultra Human Ring Air. I've been using it for about 6 months now, and I gotta say, it's awesome. It's a really great, smart ring. Destination is on the right. Destination on the right. Let's pull in. We got a truck here. All right, this ain't cool, dude. Why is this guy parked here? You're taking up a supercharger. Sorry, but there we go. Let's do the auto park. Let the car park itself. Preconditioning battery. There we go. And I can also test Smart Sun, but I also made a video on that too, and it's actually pretty cool. Oh, we got I think that's a newer Tesla right over there. That may be. It's pulling in right here, so we'll see. The dude's just sleeping. Anyway, auto park complete. All we got to do is Sentry mode currently unavailable, insufficient charge. Makes sense. We step out. Yeah, that's the new Model 3, same Highland. We come out, grab this. We don't need to do this. I did this before. A lot of people got, they're like, no need to do that. So we're just gonna plug and chug. There we go, just like that. So we got full self-driving on here. It got me here 2 hours. It's pretty loud. Model 3 Highland right there too in red. That's a nice red. Oh, they're Bills fans too. But so it looks like they're from either Buffalo or the Rochester area. So they chose a great car, so it's looking like, let's see how much charge I need to get to, or how much it's telling me to get. Let's see, estimate charge time 30 minutes. All right, so I need 30 minutes to charge, and we're at 55% already. If we see right here, the charge limit is 265, 205 kilowatts, 880 miles an hour. So I already gained 4 miles, 6 miles, but we'll be back. Let's take a quick break, use the restroom, maybe have a bite to eat, maybe get some computer work done, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, it looks like charging is complete. You have enough energy to continue on your trip, so you don't need to charge it to 100% or anything like that. It'll literally tell you to charge to however much it needs to get to your final destination. 265 miles was the limit. I'm at 264. So I'm gonna hit okay. And it's showing 3 hours and 55 minutes, 9% when I get to my final destination with 229 miles in total. So hopefully, you know, we'll have enough charge by the time we get back. And yes, I did grab a bite to eat. So let's throw that in the trash real quick. Just grab this, just like that. And I didn't pay for anything because of the Tesla credit, supercharged without paying for anything. So that's great. By the time when I get to my destination, I'm gonna have to charge it again. Just because like I'm not at home, so I won't be able to, you know, charge it overnight. So I'm gonna have to supercharge it there too. But yeah, let's get going to our next destination. Do keep in mind though, it started off quick. It was like 200 kilowatts per hour. But as you get more Teslas pulling in like this one, it's going to use the superchargers, which means it's gonna drop how fast, you know, it charges, the rate at which it charges. So we're on our way, 3 hours and 55 minutes.
Now turn right onto Maynard Street.
So let's make our way. Oh, there's a bunch of traffic, a bunch of cars. I don't really call this too much traffic, but there's a bunch of cars. And for those who know Williamsport, yeah, this is kind of like as becoming a pit stop for me when going down south. It's pretty good. I mean, it's got sheets. It's got, if you have a gas car, it's got gas, superchargers, and it's only going to continue to grow. The supercharge network is going to continue to grow. Now, what I need to do is I need to make a right and then shift into the left lane, because in the end, I am going to be turning left into the highway. Hopefully, after these cars, I will be turning. But I love this car, nonetheless. Hope that dude.
Now turn right onto Maynard.
All right, that dude gave me some leeway. All right, give me some room to make it in. Okay, so we're getting back onto the highway, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Now, I also forgot to add that normally that would have costed me $22.47 to charge up, but again, thanks to the referrals, and thank you guys for using my referral link because it's been a huge help. Now I get to kind of use those Tesla referrals towards the supercharging. So that's been great. $22.47, not too bad at all. I mean, I can click on it, but I'm driving, so I'll go more into detail in a little bit, but I'll catch you guys once we kind of settle down on the highway. Just a little update. It now rerouted me to the second supercharger, and it looks like I'll get there with 17%. If it didn't reroute me, it was showing like 7-8% to reach my final destination, and at one point it dropped to 6%. And this is the result of not charging it to 100%. That's completely okay. This is just for kind of, at least for me, testing purposes. You can charge it to 100% if you want. That's, you know, it's fine. You'll get like 340 miles. You don't need to do it like me and charge to 80%. But again, that's up to you. Tesla does recommend for daily use to charge it to 80%. You know, if you go on a long road trip here and there, you can charge it to 100%. But for the battery life, it's recommended to kind of keep it at 80, just like how it's recommended for your phones as well. So looks like we're gonna get there with 16% charge, juice up a little bit, and then make it to our final destination, which is about half an hour after that. So it's kind of in 3 hours and 20-ish minutes we'll be there, and then extra half hour we'll be at our final destination, plus the time we wait there to charge. But I guess that's kind of what happens when you supercharge. Now, if I were to charge it to 100%, I definitely could have made it to my final destination without any issues whatsoever, probably with 100 miles left, maybe 30-ish% charge. So just a little update for you guys. Okay, just a little update. It's taking me through a different path I've never ever been on before. So yeah, I don't know where we're going, honestly, but it's taking me through somewhere completely different. But I mean, I guess that's okay. Like, that's far from everywhere. So yeah. Where are you taking me, map? Where are you taking me?
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
Okay, so while I am still waiting for my my mics to charge, that's why the quality might be a little bit different. It's now rerouted me to a different supercharger, and I'm not going there. I don't know the roads. It's telling me to turn left again into a place I don't know. So I'm going to keep on going straight and see where it takes me. There's bound to be a supercharger on my way that's closer too, but I was doing perfectly fine. Like, I could have gotten there with 16% charge. I don't know why it's kind of rerouting me to go somewhere closer. Like, I just don't want to stop again. I could have made it, but we'll see. But I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, this is the second reroute. It had me reroute off screen somewhere else, and that was extra 20 minutes. Then it rerouted me to South Gettysburg, is supercharged in Gettysburg, and I'm going to pass by Gettysburg anyway, but I don't know why it's telling me to go through like some back roads. All right, back with another update. 5:01 p.m. We got 159 miles left, and our new location right here, it's showing we're going to arrive at our second supercharger at 6:46 p.m. in an hour and 44 minutes. Total of 102 miles and 15% remaining when I get there. This is like the third or fourth time now that this rerouted. It was consistently trying to reroute me somewhere super close, and since I know actually most of the way there, I knew I'd be able to make it to as close as possible. So I'm just continuing on the same path that I know right now, and have it kind of, it may reroute to a different location after this supercharger. It looks like it's Gaithersburg, maybe. It can reroute to somewhere else that's closer. I don't know, but I'm going to go as far as I can and see where it takes me. So as of right now, it's looking like 6:46 p.m. I have to stop at another supercharger, which is okay. I was going to have to stop anyway, regardless. And then I'll have maybe like half an hour until I finally reach my destination. But, you know, it still works with driving to, you know, charging to 80%, charging to 260 miles. But I think just for the purpose, next time I go on a road trip, especially if it's going to be like a 6+ hour road trip, I will end up charging it to 100%, because I'm not always charging it to 100% anyway on my day-to-day use. I don't even charge it every single day. The most I'll charge it like every 3-4 days is to 80%, is to 265 miles, and that's it. But anyway, so far it's been good. I kind of disengaged the second half. I disengaged full self-driving. I've been driving a little bit more, just because there's a little bit more traffic too. The first half there actually wasn't as many cars as there's now, and it also makes sense. It's 5:03 p.m. It's usually like rush hour or getting out of work time, but it also depends on where you are. If you're driving in the middle of nowhere, then that wouldn't really matter too much. And there's also a bunch of trucks too, so I just want to be a little careful. Even though this full self-driving is very good, you know, sometimes you do want to take over. You want to have that sense of taking over the wheel and kind of making the decision yourself. And yeah, I've been noticing a lot more Teslas, especially coming from the other side. Yeah, they're great so far. I've recommended it pretty much all my videos, and I'll still recommend this on long road trips. All right, we got a quick update. It is 6:18 p.m. We've got 65 miles of total range. We're going to get to our supercharger at 6:35, 17 minutes, 16 miles, and we'll have 14%. And it was showing 5 minutes that we'd have to stay at the supercharger, but I'm going to to stay just a tad bit longer because I won't be putting this in charge right away when I get to my destination. So I'm going to have to charge it just a little bit longer, but technically we'd be making it with 5% if we just charged it for 5 minutes. But so far it's been a good ride so far. I think I said those 2 words. So far it's been a good ride so far, but okay, I repeated those words. That's okay. It was raining at one point. It got pretty bad, but for the most part, right now it's kind of stopped raining, and it's getting dark outside. It's about 6:20, which means it's probably going to be sunset soon, and it's been a comfortable ride. Comfortable, yet pretty long actually. This time around felt really much longer. Maybe it's because of the supercharger, 35 minutes, and having a second supercharger this time around. I don't know. But yeah, we got like, 15 minutes left. All right, we've got 1 minute until we get to our supercharger with 14%. We're at 48 miles, 15%. So we're there, and it's getting much darker. It's sprinkling, some slight rain, and it's going to be good to kind of charge for 15 or 5. Well, let's actually see how long it says. It says charge for 5 minutes, but I'll probably charge just a little bit longer. But a 10-15 minute stretch is going to be good. There we go.
Now turn right.
Oh, we got a Cybertruck here. We got a Cybertruck. That dude wasn't looking. We are going to park next to the Cybertruck. Look at this beauty right here. Actually, let's kind of go right in. I'm going to back up real quick. So let's go ahead, 638. Let's see how much we need to charge it for. There are those projection lights. Pretty cool, by the way. Okay. Let's grab this. There we go. Bam. Let's get back in the car. Let's see how fast it charges. Awesome projection lights, by the way. Disconnect and retry. Oh no, the charging stopped. Why did the charging stop? Insufficient charge. Okay, we're gonna have to go back out and try that. Let's try that one more time. See if it's working now. There we go. And it is charging. Okay. It still now says unable to charge again. Okay, this is my second one. I moved into a different charger. This one feels abnormally warm. There's a bunch of Teslas charging right now, so let's see if this is going to charge. I hope it is. It's blinking blue. It's saying starting to charge. Supercharging. There we go. So right now it is supercharging. Let's see what happens when we sit in the car. Wow, that is slow. That is super slow. It only makes sense. There's so many cars charging. I mean, there's a Tesla Cybertruck to our right there. There it is. Sweet car. Already 2 miles. 5 minutes remain to continue trip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait an extra 10 minutes-ish just so I can get more charge out of it. But yeah, what do you guys think of Tesla Cybertruck? That's clean. Like up close in person, it is so much cleaner than what we see on videos and just photos. I mean, imagine if he wrapped the car, that would be super clean. And I mean, I'm planning on wrapping my car too. Honestly, I love my Model 3, waiting for Model Y refresh. And maybe one day we'll get to see a Tesla Cybertruck on the channel. You have enough energy to continue your trip. I'm going to wait just a little bit more. It says 35 minutes to charge limit. I'm not going to wait 35 minutes. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. It looks like the Cybertruck, I think, did they disconnect? Yep, they disconnected. So what we're going to do is just wait a little bit longer, because the more people you have charging, the less, the slower it's going to charge. And these chargers aren't the fastest. I don't even think these are, I don't know if they're They're not V4, I know that. I don't even think they're V3. Yeah, these are the slower chargers. So we're gonna chill for a little bit and kind of stretch our legs. And then we're really close to our destination. 718 is what it's showing right now. You know, with 8% left, I want that to be at least like 15-20%. And then, you know, I'll at the end, once I get close to my destination, I'll put up all the stats and kind of do a little voiceover and give you an overview of what's going on. Making it to my final destination at 7:31 p.m. with 96 miles remaining. That's a total of 7 hours and 37 minutes for this trip. Now, I did end up stopping twice to supercharge the Tesla Model 3. And at the beginning of the video, it was only showing one supercharger at Williamsport. I technically could have made it, but I guess Tesla Maps wanted to be a little bit more on the safe side, and it routed me towards a second supercharger, which I am completely fine with. Now, do keep in mind, I did charge to 80% for the start of the trip, and as I started, it went quickly down to 79%. And I only made sure to charge to what percentage the car recommended. So if I needed to charge 30 minutes, I charged 30 minutes. The second destination, second supercharger, I charged a little more than what it was showing. I think it was showing 5 minutes because I wasn't going to be charging the vehicle when I did get to my final destination until the next morning. So I wanted to be on the safe side, and I know I have Sentry mode on, so I was gonna lose some percentage, and I wasn't going to, it's not like my own apartment where I can just charge every night and leave it on charge. It was gonna be parked, so I wouldn't have any opportunity to charge it overnight. So I wanted to make sure I had some extra juice, so that way in the morning when I was ready to head out, I can go directly to a supercharger, or I can get on the road. And actually what happened was that following morning, I went with my supercharger, I went to the grocery store, I came back, then I got back in my car and headed back, and I went for about an hour, about like 50, 60 miles. And I finally did stop for a supercharger. So it's a good thing to sometimes play it extra safe. But all in all, even if you don't charge to 100%, and it's only recommended to charge to 100 if you're going on road trips, and it's not too often to charge to 100%. That's why I keep my daily at 80%. And I said, you know what, this time I'm gonna try with 80% of charge. And it did work. It did work out. So whether you have the long range, and that can be the rear wheel drive, which gets, I believe, 363 miles max, or the all-wheel drive, which is the model I have, which is like 341 miles of range, you don't need to worry about being stuck on the road or with range anxiety. I didn't have any issues with, am I gonna make it? Is the car gonna have enough percentage or battery when it reaches the final destination? I didn't have any issues with that. The only thing I was kind of not too anxious about was obviously at my final destination, because I don't have anywhere to charge it. But if you know that when you get to your final destination, you have charging, you don't need to do what you did. What I did was staying an extra 5-10 minutes to charge the vehicle to get some extra juice. But all in all, I love the Tesla Model 3, and I'm sure even if you go with the performance model, this can work as well. If you want to check out the Tesla Model 3, or if you want to check out any other Tesla, I'll be leaving my referral link in the description down below, and you do get $1,000 off. The tax EV credit is still applicable, I believe, for all Tesla Model 3 configurations right now. When I picked it up, it wasn't. Now it is, so that's a huge plus. Plus, it depends on whichever state you live in. You may get $500 for New York State. You may get a couple $1,000s off for tax or state tax incentive. So it really comes down to which state you live in. But definitely be sure to check it out. This has been a great trip. Just kind of another test to show me, at least, to further prove to first myself that this is a great car for long road trips. It's fun. I mean, I was going to stop anyway at at a normal gas station to get gas and grab a bite to eat and use the restroom, even, regardless of if it was an EV or a gas vehicle, I was going to stop. So it does play out in the end. It's a car that I can easily recommend. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Links to all of my accessories are in the description down below. This has been another video from me, Tesla Volt, MTG Productions Network channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.